friends, welcome back to Miss Ocasio Reads. I'm Miss Ocasio and I'm so excited to read with you today. Are you self-disciplined? Do you bring out the best in yourself and others? Today we'll read a story about a friend who learns that it's important to show focus and self-control no matter where you are. But first, Harry's first martial arts lesson, a lesson in focus and self-control, written by Sarah Belisa Tucker, illustrated by Adam Isle. Harry and his mom walked into the martial arts school where they are greeted by Instructor Dan. "Hi, I'm Instructor Dan. You must be Harry," he says, shaking his hand. "I've heard a lot about you from Curly. Are you ready for your first lesson?" "I sure am," Harry says with a bounce. "Great, follow me," he tells them. Instructor Dan guides them through his school to a private room where he teaches Harry the attention stance, courtesy, his guarding stance, then his first punch, and his first kick. "This is so much fun," Harry says with a giggle. "I'm glad you're having fun, but do you know what's even better than all this training?" he asks. "Nope," Harry replies. "That's no sir," Instructor Dan tells him. "Remember, it's important to always answer your teachers and parents with respect, like saying yes and no, ma'am, or mom or dad or sir. Do you know why this is so important?" he asks. "No, sir," he answers with a question. Instructor Dan laughs and says, "Because it makes us feel good, and it also tells us you are listening. Now, it's time for the most important part of the lesson. Are you ready?" "Yes, sir," Harry responds. "Great," Instructor Dan says. Harry and his mom sit quietly and listen to what Instructor Dan says. "Now, let's talk about our student creed and why it's important to your training." A short time later, Harry skips out of the room towards his new friends and says, "Hi, guys." "How'd it go?" Curly asks. "It was totally awesome. Thank you so much for inviting me," Harry tells him. "When are you coming back?" Kara asks him. He stutters, looks back at his mom, and she says, "Next week." "That's great. You're going to love this school," Ricky says. "Oh, I forgot. Ricky, this is Harry. Harry, this is Ricky. He's testing for his black belt soon," Curly tells him. "Wow, I can't wait to be a black belt one day," Harry says excitedly. "You can do it. It just takes self-discipline and a whole lot of perseverance, which means we don't give up when things get hard," Ricky explains. "That's what Instructor Dan said too," Harry says, then notices his mom waving at him. "Well, I guess I have to go. See you guys at school tomorrow." "Oh, not me. My brothers and sister and I are homeschooled, but I will see you here in class," Ricky tells Harry. "Homeschooled?" Harry asks curiously. "It's like going to a private school at home, where our parents are our teachers," Ricky answers him. "That's cool. My mom is a teacher too," Harry says. "If you want, you should come to my black belt ceremony. It's in about 4 weeks. We are also going to have a hopping party in the park after the ceremony," Ricky tells him. "Oh boy, I would love to go," Harry says. "Harry," his mom calls out. "Well, I've got to go. See you later." He waves goodbye. "I can't wait to come back, Mom. Thank you for bringing me," he says. A few minutes later, Harry bounces into his room. "I'm home," he announces to his Captain Karate Man doll that was sitting on his bed. "I have so much to tell you." Today, I had my first martial arts lesson where I learned all about the attention stance, which looks like this. Harry says, then he pauses for a moment. "When I'm at attention, I don't move a muscle. Even if a ladybug lands on my nose, I don't move." Then I learned about courtesy, which is this cool bow. It's like saying hello and goodbye when I step onto the mat, before class and after. I learned my first punch and my first kick. Captain Karate Man, I'm so excited. I'm getting closer to being just like you. Oh, I almost forgot, Captain Karate Man. The most important part is my student creed, Harry says. Number 1 says, I intend to develop myself in a positive manner and to avoid anything that would reduce my mental growth or my physical health. Harry pauses for a moment and says, this means we should eat healthier food, like more fruits and vegetables, and less candy. We should also work hard in school so we become smart too. Number 2 says, I intend to develop self-discipline in order to bring out the best in myself and others. That means I should show self-discipline, like if I make a mess in my room, I should clean it up without being asked, Harry tells him. Harry continues, now the last one, and this is a little hard, but it says I intend to use what I learn in class constructively. He stumbles through the words, and defensively, to help myself and fellow man, and never to be abusive or offensive. That means we don't ever use what we learn in class to hurt others, no matter how angry they might make us, he says. Now isn't that cool, Harry asks, and looks at Captain Karate Man as if he's talking to him. Then Harry responds, you're right. Captain Karate Man, my room is a little messy, and Instructor Dan did say to show self-discipline. I should clean up after myself without my mom or dad telling me to do it. He jumps down from his bed and cleans up his room, and just as he places the last toy in the toy box, his mom calls from downstairs, Harry, dinner! Harry stops, looked around his room, and proudly states, I must have self-discipline. Mom and Dad are going to be super proud of me. Then he skips out of his bedroom door for dinner. 1 week later, Harry runs into the martial arts school looking for Instructor Dan. Instructor Dan! Instructor Dan! Harry says, jumping up and down. Hi, Harry. You're early, he replies. I know my student creed, Harry says proudly, and in that moment he rattles off the entire student creed, then gasps for air. Oh, wow, and all in one breath? Harry, you've just earned your white belt, Instructor Dan says. The class stops and drums the floor as Harry's first belt is tied around his waist. You are now on your way to becoming an amazing black belt one day. Then gives him a high five and says, but first, let's finish up your second lesson and get you in class. Yippee! Harry shouts and jumps for joy. This is the best day of my life, Harry whispers and gives Instructor Dan a great big hug. Dear Miss Ocasio and friends, I hope you enjoyed reading Harry's first martial arts lesson and learned that to succeed in any classroom, not just martial arts, you need to learn focus and show self-control. Check out our other adventures and download some super cool activity sheets at adventuresofharryandfriends.com. Harry loves to make new friends, and you just might learn something on your adventures together. Have a super day, Sarah Belisa Tucker. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's story. How do you show focus and self-control? Ask your grown-up for help in the description below, downloading a fun activity to go along with this story. See you next time. Thanks for joining me today for Miss Ocasio Reads. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share this video with your teachers and friends. Subscribe to read more stories with me. And visit Miss Ocasio Meets to get to know your favorite authors. Thanks for watching!